Right then, this is the fourth video regarding this Luggie scooter of mine I recently bought with the steering issue, and you'll be pleased to know I've finally worked out the root cause. And this is after speaking to lots and lots of very knowledgeable people on the interweb, as my mate calls it, the interweb, and some of their initial thoughts have proved to be correct. That is that the front axle plate, if you like, that holds the front axle mounting, has obviously been bent at some time. Now, I thought at the time there's no way a piece of cast, and it's aluminium to be fair, piece of cast material could be bent in that way, but obviously it must have been, because I came out here last night after talking to lots and lots of friends on my Saturday night stream. There's a dig for you. Saturday night with Top Conquer, 7 o'clock every night. Come along and have a yap. I decided to have a look at it. So I got myself a big long breaker bar, I think it's about 4 foot long, and stripped out the steering column from it all. Had the scooter up on its end, so it was easy to work with, and got the breaker bar in through the mounting holes, and give it a bit of a oink. And to my surprise, it actually did move, and so much that it bent, a different shape. So I put it all back together again. And what I did then find, I'd gone the first time, I did it twice actually. The first time I'd not gone quite far enough, but the second time I'd gone too far. But what more importantly was that the wheels then stayed in contact with the ground, thank goodness, and didn't foul against the actual that mounting itself. So that was the root cause. Now, I have already invested in some new bearings for it, and I will fit those in there, but at least now I know what the root cause is, and I will then just show you a quick video on where it all was, how I did it. I won't show you me bending it, because I don't want to move it again, quite frankly. It's in the right place, and then put it all back together again. But I just like to say thank you, everybody, for all your input, your help, your suggestions. Each and every one of them has been gladly received, and just goes to show that there is a wealth of information and knowledge out there. So thank you very much, and I'll see you on my Luggie. You take care. All the very best. Bye-bye now. So here's the Luggie up on its end now. I'm on the workbench facing up, and here's the cross member that I discovered eventually was bent. And what it was actually bent that way, not a huge amount, but of course you then multiply one angle by the length, it then becomes obvious. So what I did, I got hold of a very large wrecking bar, placed it through, and then, as you can see, by levering one way or the other, I could then force this cross member to bend, and I went this way, so it then forced this that way, if that makes any sense. Therefore it brought the wheels forward and then solved the problem. I've also got to put some new bearings in there. They're on the way. I've looked at them, to be honest with you, I don't see any problem. However, as I've got it all apart this far, I may as well just put the bearings in. My only worry is that, whilst you probably can't see, let's see if I can get you in a bit closer, how to get those bearings out. And you can see there's a bit of damage there, but this is this part of the casing. I think they will knock through by looks of things. Let's turn you around. Sorry about awful camera work. And there. So they should knock out okay. However, knocking things out, will I put it out of line? Will I get this to fit into my press? Possibly yes, is the answer. but I'm going to have a look. This is not going to be a definitive video. It's show you on how I've done. So what I'll do now, I will wait for the new bearings to arrive. I will then decide one way or the other to replace them. And I mean, everybody knows how to knock a bearing out, and then put the whole lot together and tighten it up. And once it's all back together, I'll show you another video of it all in place, all rebuilt, including all the deck. All this deck goes back on, and then we'll go for a test run, shall we? You have a good one. All the very best now. Bye-bye. Right, so the new bearings have arrived. Part number was as 3023-EU. That won't mean anybody's as far as lawnmowers or engines are concerned. These are the two brand new bearings that I ordered. I took the number off the old ones. They've arrived today, but to be frank with you, I've had a look at the new and the old, and I don't see any difference, and I don't see any wear. Now, to save myself some work, because obviously what would have to happen, we'd have to knock out the cup of the bearing in the headstock to replace it, and that in itself could cause a few problems. So what I've decided to do, I'm going to refit what I already have, and there's nothing wrong with these bearings. I am going to put some grease on them, just a bit, probably a little bit of silicone grease or something. I should think nothing very much anyway. And then I'm going to get it refitted. I'll try and show you refitting the best I can, but obviously it's a straight reversal. And all being well, we can get things bolted back together fairly soon. Be right back. Here's the order that the bearings fit onto the tiller shaft itself. First, we have this rubber seal, and all that is to just to make sure. I guess it's just to weatherproof it, and it literally slides on, fits on to the shaft here. Making sure I got it around the right way, of course, which I think would be. Let's go around that way, I believe. Let's have a look, see the wear. Yeah, it would say. I would suggest it goes on that way. Let's have a look. No, it does definitely go the other way. Okay, because of the chamfer, it all then matches up. So that's fitted on there. And then followed by the first race, then the spacer, then the second race, then the whole lot will fit into the cups, and then bolted down using the axles to screw up. So I'm going to get them all greased up now. I'm sure you don't want me to put grease on, because I hate the damn stuff. And then we'll come back in a few minutes. Right, so here's the tiller, and now we're ready to fit it all in. So, as I said, the top race is in, goes into the cup, held in place, followed by the bottom race. Oops. Now the whole lot's held in place. Now the whole lot's bolted together literally by using the front axle. And this is where the fiddle bit comes. We'll have to slot in there somehow, like so, and then just supporting everything using the bolt there, and tighten down into the tiller. There we go. That's what we'll put back together. I will just make sure that's nice and tight. It doesn't have to be murder tightened up with bearings. However, just give it a double check. And that's tight. Everything moves nice and gently. Let's put it down on the ground and see how it looks. Right, so here's the tiller, and now we're ready to fit it all in. So, as I said, the top race is in, goes into the cup, held in place, followed by the bottom race. Oops. Now the whole lot's held in place. Now the whole lot's bolted together literally by using the front axle. And this is where the fiddle bit comes. We'll have to slot in there somehow, like so, and then just supporting everything using the bolt there and tighten down into the tiller. There we go. That's all put back together. I will just make sure that's nice and tight. It doesn't have to be murder tightened up with bearings. However, just give it a double check. And that's tight. Everything moves nice and gently. Let's put it down on the ground and see how it looks. Right, back on the ground now. Now's the acid test. So if I turn the wheels, doesn't clash, doesn't come off the ground. Job's a good one. We fixed it. There we go. So all of it was essentially was this cross member. So lesson learned. I guess that a lot of people much more clever than I came up with the idea. And again, I thank everybody. But there we go. Job's a good one. Let's get the rest of it back together. And when it's all back together, I'll show you for a test ride. Catch you later.